Hello, good afternoon, good evening. This is the tone you listen to every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Sydney time or 2:30 p.m. Indian time, right? Yay, ladies of the Sari Gallery, come on in. I can see one, just one. Want to say hi to me? Whoever it is. Come on, ladies. It's so exciting today. It's a beautiful, beautiful art tonight. Just one, two came in and again disappeared. Just one. Come on, ladies. Did you all have your dinner or did you all have your lunch? Both lunch and dinner. Yay, come on, ladies. Come on in. Tap, tap. Knock, knock. Thank you, Sunita Tige. Thank you for joining in. Thank you, Darshana. Thank you. Lovely hair. Yay. Got my hair cut. Week 2 of Sydney lockdown, right? Was just waiting to get that done and got it done today. And she has set it up. Probably I won't be maintaining in the same style. It just goes off maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Even cutting hair is an art, right? You just give the head with your hair to the hairdresser and just sit there and she does her job. So yeah, that's an art as well. Going to the hairstylist doing your hair is an art. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Meena. Thank you, Vasudha, sorry. I have to have my glasses now, sorry. Sunita. No, that's Vatsala. Thank you, ladies, for joining in. Today's session, it'll be very, very exciting. And, I have all themed up for tonight's session. Luckily, I had a sari, right? With the same theme. I'm going to tell about my sari in a minute. Come on, I need more ladies come in. Thank you, Revati. Thank you. Hello, Hema ma'am. Looking very nice. Thank you. I'm a bit slow without my glasses. I have to have my glasses. I'll have my glasses in a minute. Thank you, ladies, for joining in. Welcome. Let me start the session. I've got quite a bit. That's all right. It will pick up. Welcome to Wholesome Wednesday session number 71. Today it's all about sarees and mandala art, as in Indian style of pronouncing is mandala, or the Western style is mandala. So whichever you do it, it's a noun, so you can pronounce it anyway. It's really, really creative art and it's so beautiful. And I had already had this session a while ago, and I'm very sure I did it from Townsville when I was visiting my sister-in-law, and I did it from her place. And Sandhya was the one who did the dot mandala art, and she did it on small coasters, but this one is a little bit in a higher level. So you will be able to see what Ash is going to show us. I'm going to introduce her in a minute. So today's, as I mentioned, is all about dot mandala art. So I had this sari and I was very sure that it was a chanderi, and it was just, I was notified yesterday that it's not a chanderi, but it's a beautiful silk sari, and it has got dots all over the place, and it's like a leaf, kind of like, pinnate, kind of like, print on the sari. And this is what my sari is. I'll be posting it tonight, and it's got a beautiful, beautiful pallu with like, a little bit of a golden jari in this. So, I just love this sari. Mom sent it to me probably last year sometime. Anyway, she always sends me in, but she doesn't know what saris they are. And when she does the video call, like, I have to literally ask her, Mom, what is it? Tell me properly. And then when it comes here, it's something else. But anyway, a sari is a sari. I enjoy saris, right? But thinking about, like, my mom, happy birthdays for all the ladies who celebrated happy birthday from last Wednesday up until yesterday. Wishing you all a very happy birthday. And today I've got 3 people. One is my mom herself celebrating her birthday today. I've been unable to contact her since last night. I tried ringing her last night. She wasn't available. I tried her in the afternoon. She wasn't available. I tried her a while ago. She wasn't available. In the sense, just a while ago when I tried, she said, I'm busy. I'm going to call you later. I told her, no. I'm going to call you after the session. And then she realized what it was. So I'm going to talk to her later on. So Mom, wishing you a very, very happy birthday. Next one is Rupa Priyadarshini. Hi Rupa. Rupa and I are classmates from degree. And then Smriti Kulkarni. So these are the 3 who are celebrating their birthdays. If I have missed any, apologies. This is the only lot which the system was able to pick up for me. So wishing you all a very, very happy birthday. And now I also speak about national days. Today there are quite a few, but I'll just run through very quickly. Today is Valmiki Jayanti Day. Imagine this one is being posted on the national holidays list in the US website. I was very impressed. So as you all know, Lord Rama inspires and is revered today by Hindus across the world. And the story of his life is celebrated in all Indian homes. So basically, on this Valmiki Jayanti, Hindus pay respects to the person who brought Lord Rama's story to the world. And that is none other than Maharshi Valmiki. So we are kind of like, performing his Valmiki Jayanti for today. And the next one is World Osteoporosis Day. So this one is to emphasize more on bone and muscle health, which is very much required. So ladies, please take care of yourselves. And osteoporosis is much more common in ladies than men. So lots of calcium. Especially you can go and have like yogurt or, including calcium tablets. That's what the vitamins are. And loads of yogurt. So those are the natural ones. So I would urge you all to take care of your muscle health and bone health, of obviously exercise. So it all goes hand in hand. The next one is Day of Unity. And this is basically as a part of National Bullying Prevention Month campaign. And the next one is Hangfish Day. It's a kind of fish. It kind of like looks similar to snake. So which is kind of like, slimy and, it's kind of like wiggly. And although it's considered as one of the ugliest fish species, that's what the Google Bible says, it's a vital role which plays in the overall ecosystem and the equilibrium of marine life. So celebrate Hagfish Day. The next one is National Information Overload Day. Never thought there is an overload day because in this day and era, the information overload, it comes from everywhere. Think about social media. That's inundated, right? You've got so many different platforms and everything. So it's just really inundated. So I didn't know that this existed. So it's good to know that it's information overload day. So just cool down, calm yourself and take it as it comes. So don't overload yourself. So that's basically the motto of that day. And the next one is the Miss American Rose Day. It's basically for the American Rose pageant. It was the rose was used, and this competition basically celebrates American women as well as we women, we have to celebrate ourselves as well. We'll just pat our backs, and it's mainly accomplishments in education, in social skills, social service, and professional development and careers. So this is what it is. The next one is the National Brandied Fruit Day. You know how we obviously we don't, but in the Western world, they kind of like, dip fruits in brandy and leave it aside. And most of the time it is used in cakes during Christmas, when they do the Christmas pudding. So this is basically to celebrate the National Brandy Day. So never knew that existed. The next one is National Day on Writing. When I did the calligraphy, I think it was to do with the handwriting day. So this one is just on writing. This emphasizes to write something. It could be anything, like, even doing a post, for the Saree gallery. This is the scenario I'm going to give you. So I'm going to write that. So that is basically nothing but writing. So you have to have your content ready. You kind of like, have to think what you're going to write or whatever you're going to portray yourself. So that is what the emphasis on. The next one is the National Medical Assistants Day. So this is emphasizing all the medical assistants. It could be clinical or non-clinical, like example, like, medical administrators, professionals, and even clinical staff, like, who draw the blood, who monitor or even administer vaccinations and, taking patients' vital information. So all these come under that. So celebrating that one. And the next one is Support Your Local Chamber of Commerce Day. This one is emphasizing on giving more emphasis on the local businesses. So, which is a really good idea because there are so many small businesses which kind of like, doesn't come into picture. And this is a way you can just, support the small businesses. The next one is International Chef's Day. Yay! In previous years, or maybe like, in those era, when we kind of, termed chef, it was, in Kannada, like, adge ಅವರು, that kind of thing. But now that adge ಅವರು has got a little nice name and, chef, and it is like, it's celebrated everywhere. And that's the day we are celebrating today. So International Chef's Day. So just honor them and learn from them what they have to say and enjoy. Next one is the International Sloth Day. Sloth is like slow moving mammals, which is found mostly in Central and South America. So celebrate the Sloths Day. So these are the days I have. And now, very quickly, coming to the Dot Mandala Art and introducing Mrs. Ash Vinod from Sydney. Very proud to present her. As I mentioned, I think I had mentioned in one of the sessions when I think it was in Resin Art Sessions or whatever. It was a National Dot Day which was celebrated, which I didn't know that the Dot Day existed. And I think I had emphasized on one of the little girl in the class who was asked to do a drawing, and the girl was not confident in doing anything, and she just put a dot on a big piece of paper and gave it to the teacher. And then the teacher kind of like, had to acknowledge that and give her the proper support. And later on, it kind of like, became a big thing. And the dot now, it carries so much weightage, like, you use it after a full stop, right? And dot, I've got dots on my sari. And the dot painting, which Ash is going to show tonight, is mind-blowing. So stay tuned. I'll be bringing her very soon, and you would be amazed to see what she has to offer us. And which is a very, very creative and unique and amazing art. And actually, dot art is called a pointillism. I didn't know that it was called pointillism. And dot painting originated from indigenous Australia. And mandala or mandala is a Sanskrit word meaning a circle representing the universe, and also a ritual and a spiritual symbol for us. And if you know what mandala is, like, it has got its own geometric calculation, and it has to have the same alignment, the latitude and the longitude and the angle, and everything has to match, especially when you're doing your mandala, especially when you do the spiritual pujas. So that is what's required. So I'm not sure whether Ash is going to kind of like measure and do all of that, but looking at her painting, it's kind of like symmetric. Probably that coincides. Probably she might shed some light on that. But anyway, so that is to kind of like, give you just information about the mandala. So the blend of dot and mandala together, it's like, it's the fusion art. It's the dot art as well as the mandala art, both put together is the dot mandala art. And actually, like, the mandalas basically originated from Buddhism, which I didn't know. Anyway, so we are learning as we go along, isn't it? This is such a good platform to learn so many things. And it seems that there are 3 types of mandalas, which is like a teaching one, a healing one, and a sand mandala. So mandala, basically, as I told you, it symbolizes the universe. It's just not the outer universe, but a universe of knowledge, thoughts, emotions, auras, and creativity within us. And it's a fun art, which is very relaxing, enjoyable, and very therapeutic. And it is associated with physical and cognitive benefits, and it alleviates stress and brings calmness to the mind. It also helps to tap into one's inner creativity. So whatever Ash is going to show us, it's her inner creativity coming into life. And that is what would be portrayed. And introducing Ash. Ash is a self-taught dot mandala artist and self-grown solopreneur. Just love the word Ash. And who has gradually mastered the craft of dot mandala art for over a year now. And now to showcase her wonderful artwork using the dot as her base, she will be showing what exactly it is and what made her choose that journey, etc. We will be having a chat to her. And her journey began through lockdown, which was like last year, and her difficulties with her heel condition called plantar fasciitis. So this is the muscle between the heel and the toe. When it kind of like ruptures, that's when it hurts, and that is what Ash was having. And she was asked to rest, and she was kind of like thinking what she can do, utilizing, sitting and not kind of like putting pressure on her heels. And then that's when she came up with this idea. Probably she will shed some more light. I'm kind of like, just putting things together. And that's what made her bring that art across. And that's what she has done. And she also has her unique creations on Instagram handle, and it is called Krivi Creations, and she has got all her mandala art in there. And she is a YouTuber and a food blogger, and she also has her own YouTube channel. It has about 150 recipes, and she also has a food blogging website called Sauparnika's website, and it's a food blogging website. And she has been doing that for quite some time, and she has got the culinary skills. So she is a package of, one person, multi-talented, and, a wholesome package for the Wholesome Wednesday. So that's what she's going to show us, other than her cooking skills. But anyway, you can go and have a look at that. And I'll try and bring Ash into the frame. I've already added her. Ash, if you're listening, you can just accept my request and come over. I'll add you again. No, I can't add you because it is sitting somewhere. See whether you can accept my request. It's just sitting somewhere, Ash. So ladies, if you get a chance, I would ask you all to hop onto her website and have a look at it. And I bet you would be getting some ideas for her from her recipes. And yeah, that's what she has been doing. Supreet saying, loved your sari. Where did you get it? Please let me know. Supreet, the sari is mom purchased at one of the silk sari exhibitions, which kind of like, come once every 3 months or whenever. This was from Mysore. How do I come live? Okay, I have already sent you the request. If you can accept that, because since you have already accepted, I can't. Or perhaps if it is just sitting there, Ash, yes. Yes, I've just got the request back. I'm going to add you. So whilst I'm adding Supreet, that it is, but this sari is from North. Hi, Ash. I'll come back to you, Supreet. Hi, Ash. Thank you. Thank you for joining in. Yeah. Wow. Beautiful.
I'm hearing you twice. I don't know how to cut.
Oh, you're maybe have you got two devices on?
One device.
One device?
Okay.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe if you have both the devices on, it might echo. Do you have your laptop as well as mobile on, or your computer, desktop or something?
Like I was watching you live.
So it was echoing. Oh, okay. I don't know then. I don't know. Thank you, Ash.
Yes.
Thank you for joining in. I hope I introduced you right.
Yes, perfect. All good.
Oh, thank you. And I see a green sari there. Beautiful sari. And you're looking so sweet.
Sari from Chennai.
Yeah, Chennai. There you go. Very nice. So, Ash, you have to tell us all about, what made you start this mandala art. And I have seen your Instagram page. Beautiful they are. And it's really nice. And I also hopped onto the YouTube to see, recipes, and also the Sauparnika blogging page as well. Oh my God, you've got about 350 recipes there.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
Over a period of 10 years, I started it in 2011, January. So it's all happened. Yeah, been etched over the number of years with Sauparnika. With the dot mandala journey, as you mentioned rightly, I had a heel condition, and I'm generally not a person who can sit quiet. So I'm always active on the feet. So then I was thinking, okay, what can I do to just take the pain off, my mind, because it was nagging pain.
Because I have had friends with that condition, and it's really painful, isn't it?
It is, and it's not like a condition. When I got this, I had no idea about this, and I thought it's going to last maybe for a week, 10 days, like any other in the body. But this
takes about 3 months, almost 3 to 4 months.
Yeah. So it tends to cling on to people at least months to maybe even year and a half, I've heard.
Yeah. So was it on both the foot or just one?
Just one.
Just one foot, but not both the feet. Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe I mean, I don't think it's improper use of footwear, but probably I was like overworking or overwalking.
Right.
Like,
so were you kind of like in a standing job, like a job where you were required to stand?
No, I
this is more common in teachers, that's what I have heard. Like teachers and doctors and nurses, they're always on the run.
In saying that, I was working at Windsor Hospital. So that I was working as a diet technician. So that was a very on the feet job. So I had to go around the hospital, like the wards, and there was quite a bit of walking with all that.
Correct. What technician did you say?
Diet technician. Diet.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so you'll be running around the wards. I know, I can understand. Coming from the hospital environment,
I did a TAFE course on nutrition. I did a Cert 4 in nutrition and dietetics, and offered a job. I mean, I was supposed to in that hospital, but I was offered a job halfway through the course. So I was like working in 2019, and with COVID, and with this leg condition, I had to, sort of say no to that, because that's quite an active job, like 5-hour shift, even though it's shorter shifts, it is like full on with 8 hours of work. So yeah, so there started the dot mandala journey. I wanted to just, I mean, I didn't even know how it's going to turn out. I just started doing like whatever I found around the house. Like my first piece was a CD. So, and my second piece was like a bowl, which I'm using for the keys bowl at my place now. So just started with whatever I had around the house, like toothpick, like anything with a circular tip around the house, like pencils and whatever I could find, cards, etc. So that's where it all started. Then I slowly did like bottles.
So did you have any idea of like painting before? Like, were you like, because I can't paint, like, I can't do anything with colors or paint anything. So even if you kind of like gave me something, I wouldn't have a clue, like, what paint I'm using or what it is. So did you have any idea about painting at all?
I don't have a background with painting as such. I mean, my handwriting is quite good, and I can, with the school science diagrams and all that, I can do a good job. So that's something
nice.
So that sort of comes to me. And, I used to do with the pencils, the chemistry diagrams or whatever diagrams it is. It was coming out very well with me. And people used to ask me, can you draw this for me and give it back to me? Because my horrible and all that. So that was it. But that was way back when school. So after that, there's been no touch. This I started actually with COVID in March 2020. I started with creations. I started jewelry making. So I did bead and wire jewelries. Okay. So that's short-lived though, 2-3 months, and I felt exhausted with that. I felt like I've exhausted all styles in making and all. My motto is not to make the same piece 10 pieces and make money. My motto was to challenge myself and
do something creative and unique.
So the creative quench or the creative thirst was quenched. So I thought, okay, let's call it a wrap with the jewelry making. So as I was like winding down with the jewelry making, the heel condition impacted me, and then I started with mandala. So Krivi Creations was created in March 2020, and initially it was jewelry, and now from July it's been full on dot mandala art.
Oh, very nice, very nice. So prior to that, it was only jewelry. You were only making jewelry.
I started with, that also I started in lockdown, like a fact to myself. Whatever I could find online, Amazon, eBay, any online jewelry store. So what I thought was, whatever jewelry I make, I will sell them, and half of it I'll just donate to some charity organization, which I eventually did as well.
Yeah. Okay. So where were you selling your jewelry? Like, was it like an online business or at Fade or school Fade or?
No. This was a proper Christmas market, Christmas stall in Castle Hill last year.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Yeah. I sold a lot of my jewelry and a lot of my mandala as well. So at that point in time, I didn't have that many because I just started in July, and this Christmas stall was beginning of December. So I have like what I have today. Like I can show you around my, this is actually my dining space, which I've converted, or I've taken part to make it like my.
I can understand. So, thank you very much for the adjustment there.
No, I've just made it my studio on a long-term basis. Like I just do my work.
You have converted. Okay.
Yes. So this is like my workspace. So I just have all my things.
Wow.
So this is my desk. There are crystals, there's diffuser. So this is all what I work with. And this is my, social media and all that. That's just my family there. And this is all my mandala works.
Oh, look
so
at
that. I get to make. And this is like my turntable on the dining table, which I've done dot mandala on.
Yeah, Lazy Susan. That's what it's called.
Yes.
Okay, so many things I haven't checked. Ash, once again, they say audio isn't clear. So
Audio is
ladies, can
clear.
you just signal me? Audio is very clear to me.
Is it clear?
Audio is really, okay. Supreet is saying audio isn't clear from Ash's side.
Okay.
Oh.
Hmm.
Do you want to kind of like move closer or something, Ash, to your phone?
Move
Or maybe
closer.
increase the volume in your phone, on your phone?
I have increased the volume.
Now
Let me.
it's clear for me. For me, it's absolutely clear. Ladies, can you please signal me with a thumbs up that you're able to hear both the end? Probably. We'll continue talking. Someone will come back. Yeah.
Is
I
it
have
any
a thumbs
better
up.
now? I think I have my earphones on. Is it any better?
Yes. Yes, it's better. I don't know, for me, even prior also it was good. So probably maybe it's sounding better. So I did get a thumbs up there. So all good. Continue, Ash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Do you want to just
whatever
show us
you see,
again? So, sorry, we kind of like, we missed it there. Yeah.
yeah.
That's
So these
beautiful.
are my creations. That's the latest one. That's like
Uh-huh.
Durga.
Oh, Durgashtami, you did that?
Yeah, for Navratri I made this.
Oh, isn't that wonderful there? Look at her eyes. Oh
Yeah.
my Lord. That's beautiful. Thanks, Anamika, for signaling. She's
So
saying
these
it's
are. I'm just getting back
oh,
a bit.
so many there.
Yeah.
Oh, different
So
sizes.
yes, I try and I try and incorporate dot mandala into a variety of things. Like as you can see there, that's a clock.
Yeah.
And there are clocks here as well. So then there's a mirror, dot mandala mirror. There's a mirror there as well. So mirrors, clocks, and then I've started making these ones where that's Krishna, Ganesha. There's a Om. I've done it on Australia shaped panel.
Yeah.
So that's I've done it in the flag colors.
Black colors. Oh, that's awesome.
Yes. And I
That's
do have boomerangs.
Oh yeah, a boomerang.
Yes,
Beautiful.
I do have a couple actually.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Look at the
Done
symmetry.
on a small pan. So that's like a bread pan. It's an
it
old
doesn't
pan.
just show, is it? It's just for show?
Sorry?
It's just a showpiece, right? You can't use it.
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
It was an old pan.
That's a good idea. Like, throwing it away.
Okay, just try mandala on it. And then I just tried it. So this can sit like on the kitchen bench top like a decor or something like that.
Like a showpiece. That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, so I try to sort of incorporate dot mandala into everyday things. So I have this box, which is
the tissue box.
Yes, a tissue box. So I incorporate dot mandala into a variety of things, which I see around the house. I'm yet this, but this is my latest client custom order. So that's a Shivalinga.
Oh, wow. The Shivlinga. Oh, wow. Look at that. What's the size of that ash?
This one is 30 by 30.
30 by 30. Okay. Oh, that's beautiful.
So these are the things, and that's my corner where I store all the bubble wrap and the empty canvas. I love organizing well, so I've just organized everything in a way that it's easy to take from the shelves. Yes. Yeah. Work on. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and I did see some toolkit there. What tools do you use, Ash?
Dotting tools, they're called. So I've made a dot mandala on the pen stand. Sorry? No. This is not the first art.
Okay.
I think if I wear the headphones, I'm hearing myself a lot. It's becoming difficult for me. Were people okay with hearing me?
Ladies, can you signal us?
Hello?
Yeah, they're giving a thumbs up. They are able to hear.
And because if I
take it out,
I'm hearing myself and yourself a lot, so I can't really figure out what's the question and what's the
yeah.
Yes, echo.
I got it. Thanks, Supreet.
This one is not something which I made in the beginning. So what I made in the beginning is on my TV unit. It's the keys bowl. This one I just did recently for holding all my tools. It's like a pen stand.
Right, right.
Yeah. And these are the dotting tools which I use to dot. So I have some blue colors there. I'm just going to show you a small canvas, like a mini canvas.
Okay, yeah.
So that's my baby Krivi creations.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Did you want me to just show making of mandala now?
Yeah, you can. And there's a question here from Supreet Ash. She's asking, can we do mandala art on saris?
That's something I don't think would be possible because it's acrylic paints. So acrylic paints on sari, and then it needs a solid base for one to work on. Like you were thinking about the geometry, I was thinking that you've done your thorough research on dot mandala art, because any piece which I start has to have a solid geometry. So I have like a 100-centimeter ruler here for bigger pieces. So like it's a big ruler, and then I do have protractor, compass. So this is like a bigger compass.
Yeah. Oh, that's the one. Can you show that again? I have seen it, but I haven't seen it literally with someone holding that. Wow.
You can go and make circles this big. So this is the radius. And I have rulers of various
sizes. Are those whatever you call the tools easily available, Ash, like in India?
Yeah, it's easily available on eBay, Amazon. You can just look up for dotting tools. That's
okay. All. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are so many things when it comes to the geometry. So until the geometry is done perfectly,
you won't be able to.
You won't have that symmetry to the piece. So like say even with the shivling, it's equal in both the sides. So I see the amount of space in these two, is equal. And this one, it's from the center, it's quite equal. So even if there is a 0.5 centimeter or something like that, this way, that way, this wouldn't be in the center of the piece. So geometry is I can't emphasize more, that's the key. And fortunately for me, I'm good with math and I'm good with geometry. So then sometimes for canvases, even like I have to mark like every 5 degrees or every 2.5 degrees.
Wow.
For bigger ones.
So that's finer detail you need. Excellent. Wow.
Yeah. Yes. And this is the first one I made. It's like my keys box.
Okay. Yeah.
So, so this is the biggest piece I've made so far.
Okay. So how big is that?
Centimeter one.
How minutes? How much?
80 centimeters diameter.
80 centimeters.
It's close to a meter. Yeah. And this is a very old stool which I have, which I've made mandala on. So this is sitting pretty as a decor now in my place.
That's so brilliant.
So for bigger pieces like these, the geometry is much more important than the actual time it takes to do the art itself.
Right.
Like for doing the art, it's going to take, for that one, I took 4 to 5 days and probably 4 or 5 hours each, something like that. So
just to do the skeleton of like, what you're planning.
Whole piece, just the mandala is that much. But geometry I do on a separate day, which could take anywhere, for bigger pieces, take anywhere to hour and a half. I keep it on my dining table, and then you have to mark the angles, and then you have to draw the lines with the ruler, and it's a lot of work for bigger pieces especially.
So what happens if you're disturbed in the middle when you're doing that?
Sorry?
What happens if you're disturbed in the middle when you're doing the geometry part of it? Because that's the key part of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite tricky. The thing is, this is my home office. So whatever I showed you here is my home office. This is the whole setup is here. So
no, what I mean to say is, like, there's an urgent phone call or something, and you end up talking, and your concentration kind of like, goes away, and again you have to come back to that mode of doing it.
I not had that because I know my lean times, and I just put all these works to my lean times where I won't be like say probably something like this or a little earlier to this post my dinner. And there are times where in the household my husband, my son and myself, that's just our family. So there are times where he's studying and
they won't disturb you.
Yes, I mean he's 17 son, so
okay.
Yeah, so it's like I know my times where I will have undisturbed probably a half an hour or a 45 minutes or something like that.
Yeah,
so
very nice.
For bigger ones, but for smaller ones now I think I'm also used to it. I've been over an year and
you're kind of like, and you can do it anywhere.
Yes.
It's very nice. Yeah. So what are you going to show us tonight?
I'm going to show, I don't know how I'm set this. Probably I'll set it like this. Is it is it a good angle?
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
if I can see
like a small canvas. So for this, I've not done any geometry, but I've just only marked the center.
Okay.
So that would be good with me good for me to do. So okay. So for any mandala, there's always something called a central point, which is the bindu. It's called.
What is it called?
Bindu, like the bindi.
Oh, okay. Oh, bindu.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's called a bindu.
Nice.
Okay. And then these tools are a little specific tools. These tools are something which you can get off eBay and Amazon, like the normal ones. I have, because I'm doing quite a bit, I've purchased the numbered tools, which from a specific store.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is how it goes. It starts from the middle, and I'm just keeping dots.
We just say dot. A dot has such a great meaning, isn't it?
Yes, and for every dot, the tool has to be dipped in the paint. Like I can't dip this one, and I can't keep 2-3 dots.
Keep doing it.
Yes.
Wow.
So it requires this amount of, patience.
Yes,
and yes.
So you only did the bindu and you're just putting the dots there. So you're spreading that evenly on each side, isn't it?
Yes.
But you did not do any kind of like drawing there saying, this is what you're going to do. You just because it's spontaneous, right?
Yes. I'll probably finish this and share how I do each.
You do. Okay.
I do the geometry, and then there's no specific draft or anything which one can do, like a drawing and then do it. So it's like whatever flows. That's all.
Okay. So the paint, what you're using is acrylic paint.
Yeah.
Perhaps maybe when you get some time, you can just see whether it sits on the sari. I don't know.
I mean, a lot of my friends have asked me this as well, saris or denim jacket, wearable.
Jacket. Oh, that's a brilliant.
Yeah, but
I think it's on denim jacket because it's thick, isn't it?
It is thick, but I don't know how it'll do with washes and all that. Like, see, I fill this art with a spray, a sealant spray.
You do get hand painted saris and all, Ash. So what do they use for that one then? Is the paint different?
I am really not sure about that. But like very recently, a friend of me had asked me, why don't you do this on sari? And, it'll be a great hit.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I've just put the light blue and then the other blue. I've just got blue here.
Yeah, you have got 1, 2, 3, 4 shades of blue. So Anamika is also into hand painting, and she's like, Madhubani specialist and Kalamkari specialist. She's saying fabric paint is used for saris. Yay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
So,
I know Anam shared, we've had an opportunity to walk a ramp together.
yeah, that's correct. You remember?
Yes.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
it's Anamika. Anamika, then you should be knowing Ash.
Yeah, she must be. I don't know if she recalls, but I think she's on my Facebook too.
Yeah. So she will remember. Ash actually did a ramp walk in one of the Sari meets, which was like, was it 3 years ago or 4 years ago?
I think it's 2018, if I'm not
Is
wrong. And
it
um,
2018 or maybe 2017?
no,
Yeah.
no,
So
18.
Anamika says she knows you.
Yes, yes. I walked the ramp with the 9 yards. So that is something which most people remember when I talk about.
And Radhika is saying, beautiful work. Yes, Radhika, I was just blown away looking at her art pieces. And that's why I kind of like, tapped and said, you're going to come and do a session for me. And Anamika says, I know you pretty well, Ash. Wow, that's great. That's nice to know.
Hello, Anam.
I've got my sister-in-law from Townsville. She says, I'm watching from a restaurant. Thank you,
Great.
Ramaka, for joining in from a restaurant. Probably she's waiting for her food to arrive. Thanks, Ramaka. And coincidentally, I did the previous session on dot painting from Townsville. That's where my sister-in-law is. So visited her was it in April or something? That's when the lockdown was lifted, prior to the lockdown.
Did you
And
say you did a session from her place?
sorry?
Did you say you did a dot painting session from her place?
Yeah, it was Sandhya who did a session for me, but I hosted it in Townsville.
Okay.
I was in Townsville holidaying, but I hosted from her place. So, okay, there are questions here for you. Pratima saying
Yeah.
Aboriginal art is also something similar. Yes, Pratima.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
dot painting is the basis. It's, of course, it's the indigenous painting. And this is what's combined with the mandala, which is the geometric pattern. So both dot as well as mandala put together is the dot painting. Lata saying, yes, agree to you, Pratima. Yes, that's right. Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
indigenous.
Aboriginal art wouldn't have symmetry. It's just filling up
Yeah,
a particular pattern with dots. So it
correct,
wouldn't
correct.
have like a bindu, and it's moving
Yeah,
from the.
that is what you're giving fusion with, right? So that's the mandala. Mandala is nothing
Yeah.
but that's what
Yeah.
it is. Yeah. Meena is saying, she's asking you a question, is that acrylic paint?
Yes, that is correct.
Yes, Meena, that is acrylic paint. You're so quick. Wow,
Yeah.
look at that.
Yeah. Some of my friends call me like a robotic arm
Um,
because
look at
me work this. So
uh,
I mean, it all comes with practice.
practice. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A lot of practice, and I keep doing this day in and day out, creating pieces. So
Yeah. So what happens to the paint you have, Ash? Say you have got loads of paint there. Probably you can do two more. What's going to happen with that paint? It's going to go a waste.
that's okay. The paint will, I mean, what I do generally is I try and take, so I'll just show the piece first. Yes, so this is
Oh,
the,
look at that. That was quick, and look at the symmetry in there.
yeah, so this I've not done any geometry on, but I can do for smaller pieces like this. But for bigger pieces, I need the geometry. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's not going to turn out the way it has turned out now.
Yeah. So no, I was asking you about the paint there. So is it going to go waste?
Usually I add very less, because being on live, I added a little bit more just to be on safer side, because I'm not, paints and doing all that live.
So
Otherwise,
now
I'm mindful.
for you
But,
to make use of the paint.
like only from Kmart. So this is another brand. So I use a few different brands in here. If you see my paint thing.
Uh-huh.
So
Oh,
I love to have the paints like this, like a
Yeah.
spice rack, which I've made
I
to
was about to say
store
that.
paint.
It looks like a spice rack.
Yeah, and this is also a spice rack. So for tubes, because I need to be able to see the color, the shade when I put things up. So this is how I prefer to have them. And then there's my tools are here, my sprays here, the books which I use. It's all like ergonomically, designed so that I can reach out for things quite easily as I'm doing the thing. And this is my workstation as well. So this is my work table.
Yeah. So you don't ever get to stand and do, because by the way, is your heel condition better now?
It is so much better than what it was, but it's slow. I've just started going for outdoor walks. I just don't want to rush into things where it worsens or gets bad, because I've heard that as well. It comes. So I mean, this workstation is for working with, I can stand and work with it as well.
Correct.
So I just did in a long-term thinking that if I have to stand and work for some time of the day, I would prefer to, rather than standing is better. So with the mandala, what usually happens, I just make the geometry, and then I just choose the colors into, not like I've decided on the colors beforehand. Unless it is a client custom order where they have requested me specific colors, I just choose the color scheme intuitively when I sit in the mandala. So once I pick the colors, I start from the center, and it's I have either meditation music or Carnatic music or something which is running at home while I do this. I also have my oil diffuser on, and a combination of things which makes it a ritualistic and spiritual process. So I started thinking that I will do like a few pieces just to decorate my house, but then become part of me now. So I don't know how far.
Made your passion into a profession now.
Yeah, I mean, profession happened just by chance, and like because I started doing more pieces, I thought, okay, I can't really have everything, so it has to go somewhere. Initially, there was that attachment with everything.
How can you have?
Yes. So then, that sort of started rolling, and the Instagram page started getting traction, and I mainly sell through my Instagram page. People contact me via the Instagram page. That's the contact me, and then that's how it goes. So with the meditation music on, and with I feel like it's a very quiet time for me. It's like my me time. So, like say some days I'll get 2 hours, some days I'll get 3 hours, some days if I'm like feeling very fresh and fit, I will do even 5 hours. So the whole of continuously.
The mirror, the one which you showed, the 80 centimeter mirror one. What time did you take to do that? How much time?
That's what I was telling you. It took over a number of days, like say one day 2 hours, one day 3 hours. So it all depends on, and it's also like this. It's a creative flow. There's geometry involved, there's structure involved, but there is also a very beautiful flow which I can't plan. So it's like this. The piece will ask me for it, or whatever comes through my hands. So I feel there is some divinity associated with this whole process. So it gives me a lot of internal churning. A lot of internal churnings, a lot of working on.
Have you tried tessellating patterns and dot mandala art being fused?
No. What was that? Tessellating?
That it's called the tessellation. Like you just go symmetric.
No. I've seen them. Yeah, but something from the center, which goes from the center like this. I have. See, I'm just showing this. I'm just bringing this into the frame. When you just keep looking at it, there is some sort of a piece which you can get.
Correct. Especially the concentrate the bindu. It's like the spirograph for me. Like it just goes.
That psychedelic effect.
Correct. Especially when you do the spirograph. Remember, like how it goes.
Yeah, and I have heard that there is something called meditative mandala. So they meditate in front of mandala looking at it. It
Correct.
helps
Because
them
I
to
said there
focus.
are three types of mandalas. One is the meditating one, and the other one is the sand mandalas, and the other one is the healing mandalas. Yeah.
So if you look at it, you can keep looking at it, I think, for some time. Like, at least for me, it's like that. I enjoy
I was
it.
about to say, when you finish the product there, you're like, it's kind of like, you can get that effect. Yeah.
Yes. So it's very calming and very soothing. And I don't know if the color selection also happens, I said, intuitively. So I don't know if there is something to do with my mindset as well. So as much as there is solid structure in place, there is also that beautiful flow of things which I can't plan. So it just happens. Looking at the surfaces, I just think, okay, this will fit, okay, this will fit, okay, I can do this. And it goes like face by face. So I can't, from in the beginning, I don't have like a framework saying that this is going to end up like this. I'm also very thrilled to discover or to find out how this is going to end up. So I love all geometry
Just love
intact.
the color combination you have used. It's so beautiful. It just blends so well.
And this
For
is
all
one of
of
my
that
USP pieces. I would say this is like the Shiva and the Shakti.
Shakti together, yeah.
So in the same mandala. And I don't think, I mean, I Googled a lot about this when I was planning to do this. There wasn't any on the internet which has two colors and this Shiva and Shakti. I think that is a concept which sort of very unique to me. I Googled extensively, but I couldn't really find anything.
It's like the Ardha Narishwara kind of.
And this is the yin and the yang, which I've done. So this is very similar to the aboriginal painting, where you fill a space with a lot of dots.
Space with the
There's
dots.
no, this is like you rightly pointed out, it's aboriginal dot art fused with the, our spiritual things like a mandala, where there is a center and where there is, it just spreads out.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Has anyone, from the indigenous community seen your art by any chance? Like when you have displayed it in the fete or fair or community events?
I don't think so, but I've had friends who recommended to, give a few of my pieces to display at the library or something.
Yeah, yeah.
If I do that, then there will be more reach, or then some might. That's how you do a lot of indigenous art, right? In libraries, a lot of those arts, indigenous
So
arts.
it's like, I'm interested in knowing, what they think of the art as like it's basically it's the similar art what they do, but ours is like more elaborate and it's more well.
Yeah.
Let me find out. Let me find out. I do have. Let me find out. I'll find out. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Do you have to say something, Ash? Anything? So what was the inspiration like when you started this journey? I know because of your foot condition, you kind of like explored this, but there was so many other art. Like what made you just pick this art?
I happened to stumble on, like, I believe in these, choices and chances, where, something comes in front of your eyes, not for nothing. There is some significance, there's some meaning. I was just looking for my jewelry making patterns. I did wire jewelry. So it's just a bunch of wire, which, you transform to various shapes and make jewelry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
neat. Yeah. So
you have it?
I do have it. Give me 1 second. Rahul, can you bring me some wire jewelry from the tray? Thank you. So I was just researching for patterns and all that, and I stumbled on this YouTube video where this person was doing like a mandala bottle. So I was thinking, this is something which is nice, and I should probably bookmark this and try it at a later point in time. So I did, that is my first bottle. It's all in my, TV unit. So this is my first bottle.
First bottle you did. Oh, look
So
at that.
And then this is the first bottle which I did.
Yeah.
But all these two bottles which are here, I did with the help of, like, Google. So I had the designs, and I mean, I was very new to it, so I didn't know how to go about things. So I did it with the help of YouTube and Google. And this is a dream catcher on a bottle.
Bottle. Oh, look at that. Yeah.
And that is a peacock on a bottle.
Yeah. So people will be very glad to shove away those bottles which goes into recycling, Ash.
Yeah, and this I made for myself because this country is very special to me. I keep it. So this country is given a lot. So this is Love Australia.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute. Yeah.
So these are the initial pieces which I did. So as I stumbled on this, I thought it was very interesting. The art itself was very interesting, and it was so satisfying just looking at that person placing the dots.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, so that was the starting point. So I'll show you. So this is just a wire, aluminium wire, which I've made into a neck piece.
Oh.
And matching earring for that.
Oh. So is it like stiff?
It will be half stiff, and once you finish the piece, you will have to hammer it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, look at. So it's called wire jewelry.
Wire jewelry, and like this. This is brown wire.
Okay.
And then that's the matching earpiece.
Earpiece to that. Oh, that's okay. So from there, you switched on to this one.
Yes. So that was a very brief thing through 2-3 months. And then I thought, okay, let me have the same name and then just continue with mandala. And like you said, the inspiration to go on was because I felt like I was getting a lot from this than what I was giving. So there was a lot of inner peace and calm, and it all adds to one's character and personality, I feel. So
self-satisfaction, you're like literally satisfied with what you're doing.
And how they say being a good person, you feel so much good from within and all that. So there's a lot of happiness within. I don't need anything else to make me happy. There's a lot of satisfaction within. So I started I'm also on this mindful journey for the last 7 years. So this beautifully added to my existing mindful journey of the last 7 years.
Very nice, very nice. So it has helped you emotionally, mentally to stay strong and continue with whatever passion you have.
Meditative, strong and calm and
very nice, very nice. Thank you, Ash, for sharing everything and showing your.
And everybody to just have a look on my page just to see my works. I've shown you a lot, but you can look at them at leisure, and do follow my page. That will be a support to me.
Definitely. And ladies, also have us look at her YouTube channel as well. There's a wealth of cooking knowledge there. It's so nice. I have to try some and see, what's the difference between yours. Obviously, there's kind of a touch which is your grannies or your moms, which is what's required in this day and age. We always say, give me your mom's recipe or give me your granny's recipe. It's really nice to kind of carry forward those from the family to family, and then again spread the joy for everyone to learn as well. That's great. I'll have a look at it.
The traditional recipes were from my grandmother.
From your grandma. Very nice. Thank you so much for coming in, and I really wish you all the very best in whatever you do, and I bet it will all be fantastic. And because it's a combination of everything, it's self-satisfying, and you are getting happiness out of it, and you're spreading the joy to everyone, so which is really good. Thank you very much for joining in, ladies.
Thank you for having me on your live. It's a nice wholesome Wednesday feeling for me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm sure the ladies in this platform would have had a very wholesome session today, and saying that, get some recipes from her channel and cook some wholesome food and try out those recipes as well. So thank you very much, ladies. Ash and Hema signing off. And watch out for the next week's one, which will be publicized on Sunday. And it's to go with this month's theme. I'm just kind of like, giving you a hint. Perhaps if you think what that one is, you can just put it in the message here saying, what theme you're thinking about. Let me see how many guesses will be right. And again, Hema and Ash signing off, ladies. Bye for now. Bye. Thanks, Ash.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.